got new emerging artists, and one of your songs out there, the place to go is Reverb Nation. Reverb Nation is the ability to listen to new music from new artists from every town and every state in the U.S. If you're a solo artist and recording your own music, it's Reverb Nation. Stop on by, visit, listen to the music. Check out the site, www.reverbnation.com. Put your music out there and gain an audience. Filter Reverb Nation for the best in new music. And remember, if you like songs played on GJRB Online is up and coming, drop me an email at GaryChase65@yahoo.com. And I'll be playing your song on all GJRB Online shows. In the name, Reverb Nation.
We're back on the Gary Russen program on GJRB Online. Glad you could be with me today. Got a great show here as I do the Gary Russen program. Brand new stuff for 2017 there on GJRB Online. And this morning went to my last 7 days meeting. Not too much going on. It's some interesting stories that we covered, and they were kind of interesting. So we might be bringing that. Of course, don't forget that will be coming up this weekend on our GJRB podcast weekend. Another edition of the last 7 days, and that'll be up. And of course, I went back to my cardiac rehab this week. Today, as a matter of fact, that was fun. I had to do that because I had to get my cane, and now I got my cane. I was able to go back in, but otherwise, it's kind of been somewhat of an eventful day, and glad to be back on the air here with you on the Gary Russen program here on GJRB Online. Remember, the Gary Russen program is now, and I want to say this right. I want to say this right now before we continue. The news and comment that you heard at the beginning of the show, that opens our show all the time, and has been on the midweek edition for quite some time. That is the last time you're going to hear it. Matter of fact, I'm going to be changing our promos for that. True News will still be True News. Still do True News on the hour, but it's not going to be the same way we've always done it. And not quite as tight as I've already done it. And basically because finding out the tightness doesn't work with me because I'm never ready. I couldn't find my bumper music earlier, and I'm finding out that I do a better show when I'm not worried about how tight I have it coming out of a promo break. I mean, we're still going to do that from time to time for the fun of it, but if I don't get the segments I want to get in, I'm not worried about it too much. As long as I get partially some of the stuff I want to do, other than that, don't really care. I'm doing this show because I love doing it, and the GJRB cell, I want to pick that up sometime within the next few minutes to do my show. I left it behind again, and so I'm going to have to go get it. Fortunately, I left it behind on the barn, and I didn't really pick it up, so I'll have to get it on the next break somewhere along the line. All right, I'll tell you what we're going to do right now. You got the Gary Russen program on GJRB Online here on Spreaker, and coming up next hour, we're going to talk about a few things. I'm looking at what we got coming up that I have not done yet, and so we're going to talk about it, including celebrity obits, and lost a real good one, and those mysterious booms are turning up again. Yeah, again. January 2017, you don't know why, but there has been some mysterious booms again. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Apparently, people are hearing it again, and we're going to talk about that. along the line. Also, let's see, we also coming up, Nancy Pelosi had a meltdown. Ooh, we're going to talk about that one. Well, that's a good one. And let's see, suburban high school students absent over some stomach virus. This is in the Chicago area. And Al Sharpton, civil disobedience. We're going to try to get some of those in today. And a whole lot more. And let's see, some of these I might be using on way out there next week. By the way, before I get on with the show, the Gary Russen program, I had another additional Gary Russen program scheduled for next Tuesday, which would be the 17th. That show is canceled. I pulled that show only because I need to prep way out there, and I got some other things I want to do there. So I'm canceling that broadcast. And I will do another Gary Russen program somewhere after that. Not sure exactly when, because on the 24th, we're going to be bringing you back Gary J in the afternoon, all your favorite music. I've got new music to a new artist I'm going to promote. And so we're so the 23rd through the 27th is going to be a music week, including jazz on the 27th, smooth jazz, smooth afternoon on the 27th. And so this might be the only Gary Russen program for this month to start off with, because I got way out there on the 20th, and my Gary J in the afternoon. Other than that, I might just go ahead and maybe do one more Gary. Let's try for a Gary Russen program on January 31st, the last day of January. Okay, so possibility January 31st. That's about 2 weeks from now. I will plan another Gary Russen program live here on GGRB. Okay, that will be coming up. That's a tentative. Okay, so just add that right now for January 31st, another Gary Russen program before we head into February. So January 31st, another Gary Russen program right here on GGRB. Follow later on that following week, that weekend, here on GGRB Online, we're going to have a jazz weekend. Jazz weekend. So you're going to want to check that out. Smooth jazz all weekend long. Here on GJRB, you're going to like that. It's going to be great. I'm looking forward to that one. Smooth jazz, smooth afternoon. That is coming up on that first Friday in February. So coincide with Groundhog Day, kind of a celebration that maybe we're on the other end of the tunnel and spring will be coming upon us. Won't that be great? And, that only spells spring to me. All right, tell you what we're going to do right now, though. I'm going to do something different. As, of course, the Gary Russen program is a news and comment program. This is a news program. And that means that on Wednesdays we forfeit all tightness. We forfeit all of it. And we just do straight off the bat blasted fun. Matter of fact, I'm thinking about just, like I said about 15 minutes ago, I'm going to be forfeiting all tightness on this program. There won't be as much of it as there used to be, because I really want to do the show the way I want to do it and not worry about, whether or not I'm ready for something, okay? But I should get it back up. We had a few silent pieces there, but I just like having fun doing this program, but don't have to be tight if I'm not ready for a segment. I'll move it, and of course, that goes without saying. So, that. But I'll tell you what we're going to do right now here on GRP is we're going to get ready for another news top of the hour, and we're going to get ready for the news here on GGRB Online, top of the hour, and so we're going to do that now and get ready for that. And then coming up after the news, more talk. So we're going to do another news update, and then we're going to do that. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do now. We're going to do what I call scroll through social media. This is a news talk program. So I'm going to do that. We're just going to take the 4 o'clock hour and see what's updated on the... there really isn't any fresh news at this point. I haven't any fresh... I've been giving you the headlines of some of the stories that we are covering now, such as the press conference this morning, the Dawn press conference this morning, and all that's here on Spreaker, the Gary Russen program, and this is Clinton original news talk program. This is Gary Russen program on GJRB Online. It is 4 o'clock in the East, 5 o'clock, it's 4 o'clock Central Time, 5 o'clock Eastern, and 2 o'clock in the Pacific. And GJRB Online on Spreaker across America and around the world. This is GJRB Online, Clinton, Iowa. I'm Gary J. Russen. Let's get started with our top of the hour, and hope you're enjoying the program wherever you're listening, wherever you are across America. This is JRB Online Breaker, and welcome, Graham. I'm glad to meet you for all the here on JRB Online. So now let's head into it as we do always. This is freestyle, semi-freestyle. That means that, like I said before, all of the Gary Russen programs are no holds barred. Whatever happens, happens, because this is Freestyle Day on GJRB Online on Spreaker. From America's Heartland, this is GJRB, Clinton, Iowa. And coming up this hour, Kevin Costner. Kevin Costner is going to make a movie about the Cubs. Yeah, he's talking about that. We're going to get into that this hour. Also, we'll have weather on the 5s and a whole lot more. So keep it here this hour, the Gary Russen program on JRB Online on Spreaker. Across America and around the world, glad you can join us for the new Gary Russen program here on GJRB Online. More variety, more talk, and freestyle on every show. That means whatever happens on the air happens live on the air. That's what happens, man. So here we are, the Gary Russen program. So let's take a scroll now and do that. We're going to do that. We're going to take that scroll through social media and get started with this hour's Look at the News.
Scroll through social media.
All right, let's get it open up. We're going to talk about, we're going to open up, of course, with, as we always do, the Facebook. And then we go into Twitter. We go into Plus. The internet's kind of running slow today for some reason. I don't know why, but it's kind of pokey today. I'm going to cut some tabs here real quick. I don't think I really need them. I'm going to up some tabs. The only one is Kevin Costner. Of course, just go to my thing and pull it back up because it's being pokey. Okay, CNN is live on Capitol Hill. Something going on there. What is this thing? Okay. Capitol confirmation hearing going on for former Exxon Oil CEO Rick Tillerson to become the Secretary of State. Okay, Trump's appointing his state, and they got a live confirmation going on. CNN are posting that right. Follow that confirmation hearing and let you know how that all. Meanwhile, let's see what else is going on down the page. Okay. Why don't we just, why is this being so pokey today? Everything. Let's see. I'm going to go down to where we do our birthdays here real quick. And let's see, maybe we just kind of do full screen on some things. Sometimes it's stubborn. Okay, let's see. Heartbreak. That's not what we want. I was up to where we have the birthdays, so I'm doing that, but did I take that off? Don't see the birthdays on our playlist. Let me see. Well, what am I doing? Oh, here it is. Okay, let's do our birthdays. We have 2 of them on Facebook right now. So we want to wish these people a happy birthday. Good for Church Stoffer. Happy birthday to Jones. Oh, happy birthday. And let's see her celebrate birthday with. I'm going to go down the page here and pull up that page. Let's see here. Okay, update here. Okay, where do I find that? Okay, put that one. Okay, don't scroll through social media. Where is that now? See, a couple of my links disappeared, and I know I saved them. Okay, I had them on here because it's on my list, but now they've disappeared into oblivion. Okay, here we go. Yo bits. I think I was just for the top of the page. Okay, here we go. Celeb birthdays. Okay, I'm gonna do that right now. Let's see, we got the celeb birthdays up here. Okay, try it again. Okay, let's see what celebrities you're celebrating your birthday with today, as soon as it comes up. Okay, what is wrong with this internet today? Boys, is the pokiest thing I've seen in quite a while. Okay, come on now. Taking a while to come up. Yeah, that's ours. Okay, here we go. Let's see some of the birthdays you're celebrating. First of all, one of the all-time original politicians, Alexander Hamilton, born 1755 to 1804. Louisa John, 19, she's a pop singer. Birthday with Emil Heskey, 39 player. Of course, Mary J. Blige, she's 46. R&B artist, and Lindsay Arnold, 23, Lil West, 24, rapper, and Rachel Riley, 31 years old, TV show, talk show host, Kyle Richards, 48, Yolanda Foster, 53, Bones, 23, and finally, let's see, we have another birthday celebration, Brenna Perry, 25, and Christian Jacobs, 45, TV actor. Some of the stars you're celebrating your birthday with today on GJRB Online, the Gary Russen program here on GJRB. And if you have a birthday you'd like to have announced on our program, just drop me a line, GaryJ65@yahoo.com or GaryJ021361@gmail.com, or you can just leave me your birthday in our GJRB Spreaker public site by going to the Spreaker widget where this program is located. Hit that balloon icon and we'll take you right into our chat room. You can just leave it on my public site. I'll go on the next program. So your birthday's pretty close to like maybe the 31st. You might get your birthday announced on the air here on the Gary Russen program here on GJRB Online. Okay, I'm going to go and now I think what we could do, we're in our second 45 minutes and we are doing a freestyle show and we are doing scroll through social media. We're picking news stories, stuff like that, and just having a blast. So what we'll do right now, eliminate all of the breaks from this point on. I'm going to do that. I'm just going to skip through this and just go back to back because what I want to do is our freestyle show is start delivering our show throughout the internet, and I'm going to start doing that, copy links and stuff. And going into my page and seeing how things are going live. So I'm going to go to my Spreaker public site right now and see what's going on there. And see if we have any live stuff going on. See if we have anybody listening live. Going into the, I got to log in. Oh, why am I not logged in? That's interesting. I think, sometimes I forget to log in after I clean the computer. And of course I clean the computer, but for some reason this thing is running kind of pokey today. I don't know why. We're just going to let it be as it may and just ride with it. And let it control the program. So I'm not going to sure if too much about that at this point. So we're just going to kind of play a freestyle show, or semi-freestyle show, and that means but from on in, as I told you before, remember last year when I used to do a program log, the whole bit? Remember that? Remember that? Well, I do no more because I'm finding out that the program is not even worth the plug of the bottom because nothing ever goes off at that time. So, I mean, I do a program log, but what it is the promos play when I get to them. So that's how I do that too, because they're only promos. And this is kind of like a public radio station, NPR stations or public broadcasting stations. They run their promos, but don't run them. They might run them on log, but it's usually promos. They're not interested in making a profit. They're just an NPR station or a public. We're just kind of like that here on GG Online. I make a small. I like to mix with my commercials, like Reverb Nation, which is kind of a promotion of emerging artist sites. But I don't. Think of advertising these things. And can't make a profit. Matter of fact, I really shouldn't make a profit because I'm not want to, okay? I really don't need to make any more money. I mean, I've got a need for my disability. I don't need to go for on. So, as a product, I want to endorse the product through little mini commercials. But, otherwise, this is just promotion for our station's programs. Like, way out there, the last 7 days, our show, all the Bible study programs, they're just there to promote our programs here on GGRB. So I don't really care to make a profit. I'm just doing it for the fun of doing it, and that's what this is all about. And so I just kind of like to play around with different things. I do local stuff on my 9-foot signal, which is Talk FM 108 out of it's on 107.9. I have the other FMs and 88.9 and all that, and they're just like frequencies I use for like local. And I do run my own local stuff, but but otherwise, this is how I do my show. This is how it works. This is how I promote program, and I enjoy doing that, and seeing what audience is out there. So that's the whole sole purpose of this radio program, is to get audience and getting people to listen, and doing the non-stop talk and the whole bit. So that's I don't really care. But hey, you know what? Part 1 of our program, the first part, we got 4 listeners. 4 listeners were listening to our first part. So we're looking good so far. 4 listeners on our first part. So let's see what happens in the second part, in our second 45 minutes. And see what happens here on GGRB Online, the Gary Russen program. Glad you could be a break. Seeing what's out there. So we're going to go ahead and see if we get any more live listeners. And if we do, then we're going to pull out the GGRB cell and see what's out there. Also, weather on the 5s. We missed the last weather on the 5s, so we're going to do another one at 25 minutes after. And the regional temperatures and stuff, so we're going to do that next hour, and stuff like that on our 9-foot signal. So basic program break there, and come back and in just a few minutes here. So glad you could be with me, the Gary Russen program here on GG. Scroll through social media. Again, we're talking about Rex Tillerson, and he's Trump's pick for Secretary of State, and he's doing a testifying. I don't exactly know what this is all about. I've been seeing this twice now on NPR, and they got a live feed of this for the Senate just coffee hearing. So I don't know if I don't exactly going to be on that one. So okay, let's go down the page a little bit, see the story to go, and see what's going on over there. A lot of people story about Trump destroying CNN. It's all over, Facebook viral for some. I mean, they really did a number on that CNN reporter. Wow. Well, don't let talk. Call a conference, folks. I mean, what the whole purpose behind that is to let questions, right? So, be quiet and listen. Okay, the program, the 4 teenagers who got disabled, they are getting sentenced for. They are not. I think that's a question here on this program today. What do you think? Do you think that these 4 kids deserve a prison sentence to life without? It's a rough for that. I mean, after nearly this boy, you know? I mean, really. I mean, is he to want that for these things? Really? I mean, they severely this boy, and yet that I don't know. My problem is now. So I think about give me a response. I have them opened on my mixer, so I'm gonna pop that open to see if there's anybody listening. So if I'm going to for segment where I'm going to go in part 3 and then all the site, so we can get some listeners out there and get some responses this afternoon on Gary Russen program, GJRB Online. Also, we'll do a story. We're in the news, and we're coming up. And for some apparent reason, the internet is poking today. For some reason, I don't know why. It's just really, really, really pokey. Why it is, but we're not, really slow here. Okay, let's see. Group released the album because of Trump. U2, the rock 80s, they are an album because of Donald Trump. What's that about? Okay, that's good. I like that one. Iowa Hawkeyes sit the team bench during the warm-ups. This Department of Transportation UK to use big including flights to the where it's pregame for football. How about that? Shepard has put on this. Good shit about President Donald Trump's the mean one. We really hear his and a woman high inside her own flood house. It's in California. That house is that flooded through the house. That bad. Could you imagine having cold water that? Kayaking through the house. Get his play all. Oh my goodness. But wow. Check that out. Kayaking through. Ooh, okay, that one out. Wow, I'm gonna go down in a minute. I really like this. This is Shepard's input about Finnish fan sex work. This out now. This is his input now. Donald Trump's criticism of the media. Let's start to play this. Check it out. Excuse me. This out. And it's playing. You have to wonder why. And here we go. It's reason. There's something slow along with this computer, or at least in it for some reason. I can't get that to play. I'm going to try to get that to play in the next hour. Don't know why it's not playing. So I'm going to try it again later on. Being pokey. Here we go. Started as a man, an 18-year-old who's from Schizophrenia, will recover from the days-long ordeal that began when the acquaintance kidnapped him and Neil Om, an attorney who's helping the man's family deal with the press inquiries. GoFundMe for victims in Chicago case raises over $150,000. Okay, so what go for, huh? I wonder about that one. Okay, that's going to be a hope for the victims, for those live creeps who did that boy. Alright, let's on the page again. You hear about 20 years of deal Iran enough of uranium for 10 nuclear bombs. This thanks to our lovely Obama, who's just getting out. And he gave the funding. This is what they do here, folks. This is it. Okay? This is what Obama does to stab the back of the American people. Global United States provide Iran with nearly 130 tons of uranium, which actually would be enough to nuke bombs. Top of all, the Associated Press that the so-called PS Plus waters agreed to transfer of natural uranium in exchange for 44 tons of water nuclear runoff, which Iran already sent to Russia after it did more than was allowed last year's nuclear deal. Into involving the second time Iran exceeded in heavy water a minute last year. Yes, is amazing, isn't it not? So do this, okay? David Albright, David Albright and Andrea Schicker, the Institute for International Security criticized Iran's excess water deals. A newspaper published this last month, pointing out that instead of insisting that Iran abide by the term deal, the United States minimized Iran's violations and sought to legitimize the international standing as a commercial supplier of heavy water. See, this is what I'm saying, folks. Allowing President Obama to once again stab the back of the American people with this stuff. Really, this is it. This is the kind of this is the president's White House. And I heard this morning during our last 7 days, and you'll hear this when I upload it this weekend. News is Obama will stay in Washington D.C. to undermine Trump's. Yeah, he's undermining Trump. He's going to stay in Washington, and he's going to undermine Trump. See, this is what this is what I'm saying here. Oh man. Yeah, well, I would expect from Donald Trump, from your lovely ex-president, soon to be. I expect that from him. This is what you're gonna get. You're gonna get a conniving narcissistic who doesn't want to leave the White House, so he's going to undermine the next president. Get attention. This is the way to do it, folks. This is the way to do it. Hey, coming up this hour, we got more coming up on the Gary Russen program. Stay with me. GJRB online on Spreaker across America and around the world. Freestyle, semi-freestyle, but I wouldn't even stop saying that. As a matter of fact, on just not even saying that anymore because this show is going to become freestyle all the way. We're not going to be doing as much as I have a better show. We're not worried about all the tightness, really nationally. I don't really care how I do this show locally because I don't get the listeners local, but it's to promote this show local, to get people to listen to this broadcast. So I just have fun with this. So this is my show, and this is how I work it. Okay, I tell you what, we're overdue for weather on the 5, so we're going to do that. And then also coming up this hour, let's see, we're going to take a break here very shortly. And I'm going to take a break and be right back and try and get my GJRB cell in here. And we're going to continue. But right now, we're way overdue for this, so it's time now for weather on the 5s. Take a look at some of the temperatures across the nation right now. Billings, Montana, you guys are cold. 7 degrees. Yeah, well, Billings, Montana, all those places are still sub-freezing. 9 degrees in Mankato, Minnesota. Boston, Mass, you're at 50 degrees. 35 degrees right here in Clinton. Tell you later about that. Birmingham, Alabama, 69 degrees. So Alabama's back to warm weather. Madison, Wisconsin, 24 degrees. And I believe you're under an advisory right now. You guys up in Madison, you're in an advisory right now. As a matter of fact, I'm going to check that here. See what we got. An advisory right here. As soon as it comes up, here we go. Let's see what we got here. As soon as it pops up. Okay. Got a little computer, so be patient, folks. I'm going to deal with that. It's just going to be that way. Let's see. I'll tell you what, we're going to be headed out to about 4 minutes left in this segment, so I'm going to probably go ahead and take a break now, and then we'll do the rest of the weather on the 5s on the other side when we get back about 4:35 Central Time. Gary Russen program on GJRB online on Spreaker. I'm glad you could be aboard with me today, and I hope you're enjoying the program as we get into more of that great talk here on GJRB online here on Spreaker. I'm happy to be here bringing you the best in afternoon radio on the internet. GJRB Online, and this is the Gary Russen program, GJRB's original news talk program on GJRB. Glad you could be aboard with me today, and happy to enjoy the best in talk radio on Spreaker here on GJRB Online. And I will be right back with more, so stay with me, folk. The mainstream media is not telling you. They have their own agenda. At GJRB, I have mine. Telling you what's really going on with sources like End Time Headlines, InfoWars, Coast to Coast AM, and most importantly, CBN News. Keeping you on top of what's happening at the top and bottom of each hour during the Gary Russen program. I'll give you the news and analysis of what I think with Gary J's News and Comment. Get the real news. True news. News that's not in the mainstream. On GJRB. It was the year World War II ended, and the troops came home, and the music was fabulous, with big hits from Perry Como, Judy Garland, and the Andrews Sisters. The year was 1945. Listen to the year in music on the next Swing Time. I'm Gary Russen, and I'll be featuring the biggest hits from that year, along with trivial information about the prices of items such as groceries, the news events, the culture of 1945 on the next Swing Time. After 1 year, the wait is over. Now join Pastor Ron Johnston and a panel of men and women to discuss the news and how it lines up with Bible prophecy. In this world of chaos and upheaval, this is the program that puts it all into perspective. How will we survive? God only knows. So trust Him and listen to the last 7 days. Uploaded as a podcast or live every third Friday at 12 o'clock noon Central on GJRB Online. Now, a memorable moment from a past Gary Russen program. I don't know. Let me see. I cannot find it. Here it is. Here we go. Scotty Moore. Scotty Moore. The legendary guitarist for Elvis Presley. He's a guitarist for Elvis Presley from 1954. He played classics, classics like That's All Right, Good Rockin' Tonight, Milk Cow Blues, Baby Let's Play House, Heartbreak Hotel, Mystery Train, Blue Suede Shoes, all those. Hound Dog, Too Much, Jailhouse Rock. He played them all. Scotty Moore. He was in 4 Elvis Presley movies, including Jailhouse Rock, King Creole, and G.I. Blues. He also played in 1960. He took a job in the production manager for Sam Phillips on Sun Records. And continued to work with Elvis on songs like Good Luck Charm and Devil in Disguise and the Bossa Nova Baby. And then later on, he was fired at Sun Records. Yep, Phillips fired him in 1964, but he continued recording with Elvis with a guitar that changed the world. And also reunited Elvis in the 1968 television special. He was part of that. He was part of that 1968 television special, which was the Elvis Presley comeback special. I remember that. That was my early years when I wanted to be a DJ. I used to see all the DJs on TV, and I thought it was a great job to do that. Yeah, it was, I remember this really well. As a matter of fact, Scotty Moore